Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to make another quick video. This is Chloe. If you want to join for a moment. The subject of today's video is how do you forgive someone? It can be a past partner, it could be a parent who mistreated you, it could be a friend. So, when you have a hard time moving on, when you have a difficult time forgiving, or you feel like you're holding a grudge and it's affecting your relationships, uh, it's very uh, unhealthy to hold on to pain that someone else has caused you through holding grudges, because what happens is that pain blocks your heart from opening, connecting to people that haven't harmed you, and projecting that pain onto those people, or preventing yourself from having deeper relationships. So it's really super important to release uh, past hurts that others have caused you. And so I have want to offer you a technique, a process that you can do, which is really powerful. And it's simply this. Um, Oftentimes the hurt that someone else has caused us, uh, it's sometimes it's the person we're not in contact with, or this person maybe wouldn't own up to what they did, or maybe they don't have the capacity to own their mistake. But the part of you that is hurting is looking for that validation, and um, giving your power away to uh, that person who has harmed you, by uh, waiting either for them, wanting to punish them by treating them a certain way, or waiting for them to own up to what they did and apologize. And this may never happen. And so you're living with this hurt inside of you, um, holding on to the grudge, the pain, and it's really not healthy. It can affect you on a somatic level, cause diseases, affect your relationships, and so forth. And so here's what I suggest you can do. The first thing is, um, become aware that we are not, depending on your spiritual belief, but we are not created traumatized. There is intergenerational trauma. There's certain events that we go through, and that create certain pain within us, and then we can act out from that pain. So if somebody cheated on us, for example, they're acting out on a certain pain, or certain lack of awareness or lack of consciousness, that is missing a degree of love, that what they're doing is creating harm in another. And sometimes we can call that the lower self. And what is also important to understand is that we all have something called the higher self, which is an aspect of ourself that is separate from our trauma, that has a higher conscious awareness, um, and that also exists. And sometimes we can tap into our higher self during certain situations. You probably experienced speaking up or protecting someone, uh, doing the right thing under certain circumstances. And that's your higher self in action, or creating art, certain things like that. Lower self is usually when you want to hurt someone, or when you're resisting to opening your heart. And so when dealing with certain pain that you have difficulty forgiving someone, what you would do is, my invitation is that, imagining inviting the higher self of the person who has hurt you, whether it's your father, whether it's your brother, whether it's your boyfriend or girlfriend or wife, friend. Imagine calling in their higher self, imagining their higher self would sit in front of you, And where the lower self, or the person, if you had a regular conversation with them, they may not be able to have access to the parts of them that can acknowledge what happened and really own up to it and apologize the way that would land on you. So instead, imagine connecting to their higher self. Imagine sitting with their higher self. And imagine what their higher self would say in response to what they did. Perhaps it's a part of them that, like I mentioned, cheated or hurt, physically abused, sexually traumatized, lied, betrayed, manipulated. And imagine what you would want to hear from their higher self. And let that internal dialogue land for the part of you that got hurt. So if it's the inner child, imagine their higher self speaking directly to the inner child. If it's someone who's, like someone 10 years ago or 5 years ago or even a month ago, imagine their higher self speaking directly to the part of you that was hurt. So as an example, there were moments in my childhood where my father has done things that were really hurtful. And so when those events happened, a part of me learned that I deserve to be treated a certain way, being disrespected or being physically harmed. And so in this example, I imagine my father sitting in front of me, his higher self, and I imagine showing him in the moments in my childhood when he did things that were clearly wrong, they were clearly harmful. So, like I said, physically harmed or bullied or talked down at. And so those moments, imagine hearing from them, I'm so sorry that I did this. I am so sincerely sorry that I hit you. That was wrong. I should have never done that. I'm so sorry that I belittled you. I'm so sorry that I harmed you in this way. And really let that hurt part of you really listen to them. And because you yourself know exactly what you need to hear, the thought, the words will naturally flow from their higher self to the hurt part of yourself. And as you do that, let yourself feel the pain that will start to leave you. You might feel sad, or you might feel angry, or maybe some shame will come up, but just let that energy move right through you. And as you do that, you'll notice that those parts that were hurt will start to heal, and that forgiveness will naturally start to flow. So you will be released from carrying those pains and hurts into your life, into your relationships, into your actions. So give it a try. Thank you so much for your attention. And I'll send you lots of love, lots of care, and support. Good luck. I hope this helps. Cheers.